Hello friends, I welcome you all to this session on C programming. So today this is the uh, last lecture on patterns. So let us try to solve this. Now if you look this pattern, then you can see that first it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So basically this is a 5 cross 5 problem. And then look this particular thing closely. So if I write this whole in this matrix, then this is A, then BB, then CCC, then DDD and D, and then finally EEEE. Just stick to this point only first. So here I is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and J here is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now what is happening? If you look this diagonal closely, then basically the letters are not going beyond this diagonal. And what diagonal represents is it represent that particular situation where j becomes equal to I. Okay, so here if j is less or equal to I, then what I am printing? I am printing a letter. So in the first row I am printing A, in the second row, first row means I equals to 0, I am printing A, then for 1 it is B, then for 2 it is C and so on. So what I have to do is I have to have a variable and I have to make that variable equal to the ASCII value of that A. So let's say A is that variable and this is having an ASCII value of 97. Then I will be printing this character till j is less than or equal to I. Then that will be over for my inner loop. Then I will be coming to the outer loop. And in the outer loop, I will be incrementing what? Incrementing that A from 97 to 98 and then we'll be printing its ASCII value. So let us do this first. Now first I have to have that number. So int n printf enter n. Okay, this n is what? This n is nothing but the row or column, number of rows or column, and this has to be same. So scanf and then percentage d at the address of n. That's it. Then for int I assign 0, I is less than n, I plus plus. Then for int j assign 0, j is less than n, j plus plus. And then inside what I have to do is I have to print the character. Okay, so let me declare one. So int a and assign that 97. Now what is 97? 97 is nothing but the ASCII code for character A. Or if you are getting confused with this A, then you can take any variable, let's say x. Then inside you will be printing this character. So percentage C, and what is this character? It is x. Once this is printed, and then you have to come out. But the question is when I'm printing this, I am printing this only till j is less than or equal to I. Okay, so the condition here is if j is less or equal to I, then do what? Then print this. Okay, else do nothing. Okay, then after this inner loop completes, I have to come to the next line. So new line, and that's it. So if you run this program, then let's say 5 rows and columns are there. So what I'll be getting is A. You know why? Because every time it is printing what? X. I have to increment X. For the moment I move to the next line, A has to be incremented. So let us increment this A. What is A? Basically it is nothing but the variable name X. So I will be incrementing it. So if I run it now and let's say 5, then you can see what I'm getting is A, then BB, then CCC, DD, and so on. And that is what we were expected to evaluate. Once this is done, then the lower triangular and diagonal part is over. Now, what about upper triangular? So, if you look this number is 4. Okay, then 3, then 2, then 1. From where this 4 has come? And here from where this 3 has come? So, if you look closely, what is my n? It is 5. Okay, so if I subtract this column number from this n, so what I will be getting, 5 minus 1 is 4, then 5 minus 2 is 3, then 5 minus 3 is 2, and 5 minus 4 is 1. Similarly, here if you subtract this column number from this, that is 5 minus 2 will be 3, then 5 minus 3 is 2, and then so on. So you just have to do what? You have to subtract that column number from n for that particular row. That's it. So in this way you should work. So first, if j is less than equal to n, we have done this. Else we'll be doing what? Else we will be doing this. So one else statement has to come. So so this is the one if, and then else. Else what we have to do? We have to print what? Percentage d, and here I have to print n minus j. That's it. Once this is done, your program is over. So it is already running now. So if we run it now, so n is what? N is, let's take 5. So it is A4321, BB321, and so on. So if you look the question, it is A4321 and so on. So friends, in this way you can make this particular program, and this is a very simple program. Now let us take this program. Now this is very similar to the program which we have developed, but with a slight difference. Previously we were setting up the condition that if j is less than equal to I, then print this. Now here if you look closely, then you will be able to see this. If you look this diagonal, that every entry in this diagonal is 0, and then it start with 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Now if you look this particular table, here I is 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 and 9. Likewise here j is 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 and 9. Now friends, basically what is happening here, that the diagonal entries is 0. Why diagonal entry is 0? Now if you try to understand here, if you subtract j minus I, so what you will be getting? 0 minus 0, then 1 minus 0, then 2 minus 0, then 3 minus 0, so it will be 4 5 6 7 8 and 9. What I am focusing on to the elements which are on the diagonal and above it. Now if you look this particular element, so 1 minus 1 0, then 2 minus 1 it is 1, then 3 minus 1 2, 4 minus 1 3, 5 minus 1 that is 4, and so on. So basically when j, that is the column number, is more or equal to the row number, then what I am doing? I am subtracting that column number from that particular row. and then I am printing it. So simple. Okay, so right now there are 10 rows and columns here. So let us move to the program. So do I require this X? Maybe later on, but not right now. Here, if j is more or equal to I, what I have to do? I have to print this number, that is j minus I. And if j is less than I, then I will be doing nothing. That's it. You needn't have to write anything here. So if you run it now, or if you are getting confused with this X, then I can remove it. This one, also this one. Okay. Now if I run it now, let's say 10, then this is what you will be getting. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then on this diagonal it is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. So if you look this particular scene and this particular scene, you can write more. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, this is 5, 6, 7, 8, and so on. So on the diagonal, what you are getting is 0, because diagonal element is nothing but the element where I and j are same. So if the value of I and j is same, then the difference will be 0 itself. So that's why you are getting this. This. Okay, or you can confirm it from here. Now in the off diagonal case, so this part is over. Now if you look this off diagonal case, then this is 9, then over, because only one element has to come here, so I am writing it for 9. Then in the next line, again the program, the value, numerical value starts with 9 and reduces. Then again it start with 9 and then reduces 8, 7 till j is less than I. Okay. Then again it start with 8 and then 7, 6, and so on. So in the last case it is 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. This one. So what should I have is one variable whose value at the start of every row is 9. And then for every column, that value has to reduce. That means for the inner loop, that the moment the control enters into the inner loop, the value of the variable should be 9, and inside the loop it is continuously reducing. Okay, so how to do that? Let us try to do it. Let us take one variable x now and assign 9 to it. But the question is, where I am assigning it? I am assigning it outside both the loop. Is this the correct way? No. Why? Because if you look at here, that at the start of every column or at the start of every row, this is 9. That means inside the outer loop, the first thing which I should encounter is this 9. So therefore, that has to be here. Once this is done, and then I enter into this loop, so what it should do? It should print this value, that is x. And once this is done, okay, once this is done, then it has to reduce, the value of x has to reduce inside the inner loop itself. So that means x minus minus. Now if I run it and let's say it is 10, then what I will be getting is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 9, and then 9, then 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 8, then 9, 8, and so on. And that is what my answer is, isn't it? So if you compare these two, they are the same, this and this. So friends, in this way, you can build your logic to write any problem related to patterns. So in this lecture, till this point only. In the next lecture, we'll be learning something else. Thank you very much. Take care.